Aries, I wanted you to know I didn't forget. Okay? Hold on one second. Okay, I'm trying to get my phone right. All right, I just want to let you guys know that I got your cards out. I pulled them, and what came up showed me that your partner is wanting to speak with you badly. Your partner is wanting you back. They are wanting you to make a decision where they are concerned. They are hoping that you are going to offer them an extended hand out, meaning they want to be with you. Also, please know that they have, first card that came was the Star upright, showing hope, faith, and rejuvenation. I also feel that they are worried about them impacting you and your faith in them, trusting in them again, which is always the reverse card as well. When I get a card, sometimes I think it means both meanings, which is the Star meaning and also the reverse Star, which would be, faithfulness, discouragement, and security. They know they have caused some of this for you, Aries. They know they've caused a lot of, like the Tower moment, upheavalness, brokenness, broken pride, sudden destruction of everything that was built. The whole relationship is kind of like reversed. It was just like the Tower reversed. Again, the same thing, where a disaster, could have been avoided. There may have at times been a delayed disaster. This was in the beginning, before it actually happened. Before your breakup came is where the Tower reversed was in play. Red flags were there, but the disaster hadn't happened yet. There was still a delay at that point. But once the actual Tower coming in straight up came and you went through that, that's when every Aries that can relate to this is heart broke. That's when your world fell apart. That's when you just went to work again and existed and just came home. You clocked in, you did your job, you clocked out, you went home, you did the same old things. It got to the point where everything became so repetitious. There was nothing to look forward to. There was no more excitement. There was no more wonder. There was no more enthusiasm. There was no more waiting to exhale. There was no more passion and love and connection and just plain fun. Going out and having the simplest days in the world. You didn't even have to spend much money, but you had a ball. There's no more of that. And because of that damn Tower moment, when you didn't know what hit you, when that is either when your partner decided, who was in another relationship as well, decided to get away from that other situation. Some leaving kids behind, some not, but some decided to leave. Then their whole world just got thrown completely off track. They needed to move. They needed to find a place to be. They needed to find a way to get to work. They needed to find a way to get their clothes washed. They needed to find a way to get their next meal. They needed to do everything for themselves, because for so many years they had been depending and leaning on another person who was taking care of them at the time, helping them to balance everything. And then when that relationship fell apart, before that even happened, they started pulling away from each other. And then that partner came and met you. And then you had a relationship with them, Aries. And when you did, you fell in love with them. But you didn't want to admit that so much. Trying to hold back on your feelings. Letting them know you cared enough and cared a lot. But the words "I love you" really never came out of anybody's mouth. But you just kind of knew. And you kind of knew how they felt about you. You would connect with each other in different ways, whether it be social media, texting, messaging, whatever. I also feel like some of you saw each other, throughout the week, maybe on your way to work, on your way back from work, during work. Who knows? You worked together, you didn't. But there was a lot of communication between you two. And then, like I said, there was that sudden upheaval that just threw everything and everybody off track. Not only them, not just your partner, but even you. Or this happened all to you, and it threw your partner off track. And now you're sitting there wondering, now what do you do? How do you repair this relationship? How do you get things back together? How do you finally meet each other in the middle again and start from there to pick up the pieces? How do you start mending that broken heart that was given? How do you also learn to forgive and trust this person again? When they pulled back or pulled away, they didn't give you an explanation. They left you kind of just wondering. Like you're supposed to figure it out. You're supposed to read their mind. You're supposed to know the shit that was going on in their life and understand. Well, how can you understand if you weren't told anything? So I get it, Aries. I get it. But Aries, please know too that they want to come back. They want to tell you they're sorry. They want to tell you I love you. They want things the way they used to be. And they're working on it. They are working on it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to start little by little. The friendship is going to build up again slowly. And hopefully by Christmas time, you will have connected with one another. Some of you will be faster than that. Some of you will be a little slower than that. Give or take, the end of this year or the beginning of next. There is a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. There is a big, huge backhoe or a big bulldozer that needs to knock all the shit out of the way that crumbled down and that is now blocking you from your partner. You're wondering what's blocking you, what's keeping them from you. It's not a person at this time. It's a thing. It's a situation. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's strength. They need the mental and the spiritual clarity to come back. They almost lost it, not because they were in such love with this other partner that they had. No, it wasn't that. It was because they were just used to things a certain way. And they were used to the toxic relationship that they were in too, which it was very toxic. There wasn't a lot of happiness there. There never was. When they got together or got married, it was for the wrong reasons. It was either because children came, it was because friends and family pressured them and made them feel like that's what they should do. And just know that, that's not the way it was supposed to turn out. So be prepared for that. Please know that there is a temperance card here, and that, yes, does mean Sagittarius for some people. For me, I don't think so. What I'm picking up for that is meaning, the middle road, the middle path, having patience, finding the meaning to the situation, understanding where somebody's coming from. I know it's not that easy because you were hurt too. But, when two people are going through something, you got to come together. Somebody's got to give in a little bit. You're going to find out with the Justice card, which was pulled as well, the cause and effect, the clarity and the truth of the situation. All that is going to come out. You will get that. Please, please be patient, Aries. But you will get the clarity. You will get the truth that you're seeking. Also, please know that with the Wheel of Fortune that also came out, tells me there are many changes, different cycles playing out right now as we speak. There are different cycles that are completely inevitable. Fate is inevitable. You can't change fate. It is what it is. Things are going to work out in the time and fashion of the divine guidance. It's not going to happen in my time. It's not going to happen in your time. It shouldn't have already happened. You can't say that because who the hell are you to say when something should happen? The universe is going to predict when something happens and when it doesn't happen. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So sit back and be patient, okay? And like I said to you before, Aries, speak to people, be friendly to people. If you see your partner, don't be afraid to speak to them. Tell them how you feel. Tell them at least hello. You speak to that stranger on the street, but you go past somebody you've been intimate with, you've been in bed with, you've been emotional with, you've talked to, you've brought them in your car, you've been on vacation or trips with them, and you can't say hello when you see them? What the hell's wrong with you? Let's stop this. Okay? Take your pride away. Take that horse from behind the cart and put him back in the front where he belongs. All right? So just know, like I said, a lot of things are changing. There's definitely a lot of cycles going on here. You also had the Death card, which is showing not only just for you, Aries, but it could be for your partner. Okay, the Death card meaning that it's at the end of a cycle. Beginnings, changes. Be aware that, new beginnings have to come regardless when an ending takes place. The ending is the situation that they were in, and the beginning is going to be what now happens between the two of you. Unfortunately, you were there for the ride before the ending actually came for them. And then you two had a falling out for a little while, Aries, you and your partner. But you know what? That's temporary. It's going to change. You are going to be back connected. Things are going to happen again in divine timing. Don't ask me when. I'm not in charge of that. But I can tell you things are going to happen in divine timing. Okay? Also, the other card that I had gotten was the Emperor. And the Emperor what I got for that is not just a man card. I don't get that for man strength, but I do get authority. Somebody in authoritative position. Someone who takes the role or the place, similar to a police officer, similar to a correction officer, similar to a security guard. Somebody who's in an authority role. Somebody who is in charge of things. Somebody who is leadership. Somebody who is a leader, not a follower. That's what I get with the Emperor. Okay, so please know that somebody is definitely in the situation that is considered the Emperor to me. So somebody is able to think with a clear head, not a hot head, and is able to sort things out and understand the different changes that are going on currently for Aries and for your partner. Okay, so for yourself and for your partner, you're able to think on both sides of the coin. Okay, there's not just one side of a coin. Okay, please trust your intuitiveness as well, and know that you are very intuitive. The gifts that you have are very important. And please know, again, there are changes that are coming for you, and these changes are going to be very, very positive. Please know that your relationship is going to come back up off the ground, and things are going to happen in a more timely fashion, but it is going to be to your benefit. So please be aware of that. Things are going to be definitely uplifting, and you're going to find them to be very, very challenging, but supportive at the same time. Yes, you can go through challenges and still make out very, very well. So please be prepared to hear from your ex, to know there's going to be a reconnection, and to know that there are many, many people who are rooting for you, Aries. You guys have a lot of big spirit, a lot of hope, and a lot of love to share. You don't deserve to be alone. There is someone out there for you. For a lot of you, it is your ex returning, and for others, well, it seems to be a new love that is going to come as well. So please be prepared for that, okay? So, this is Helen and Grandma, and I will get back to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.